bathroom.
Hello and welcome, my name's Riviera and we are back with more Invisible Ink. As everybody knows, the DLC has came out and that is Contingency Plan, and I am super excited for it. We are going to start a brand new game here with the DLC active. Yep, there we go, accept that. And we're going to just play on Expert with 0 rewinds, of course, play on Iron Man mode, no level retries. And let us show you what the DLC consists of. So we have an extended campaign, which means as soon as you complete the campaign, it gives you an extra 48 hours of campaign with escalating difficulty, which sounds absolutely amazing. You know, I've always wanted a little bit of a longer campaign. We have 4 new extra agents, that's Rush, Draco, Olivia and Derek. I'll get into this when we get into the loadout screen. Got extra programs. The only ones that I've actually seen are Burst and Golem, because they are your 2 starting programs. I do not know what Bless does, do not know what Cycle does, and do not know what Aces does. And I've kind of not gone on the wiki and found out, because I want to kind of see on the fly so that you guys can see my reaction to the actual programs. More enemy types. I have not seen any of these so far, which to me is always a good thing. So I don't know what these guys do. More daemons, once again, I don't know what these daemons do. So this could this could result in quite a bit of hectic missions here and there. Add several optional tasks with variety of rewards to show during a mission. Okay, right, so more side missions in missions. That's fine, that's nice and good. And we're not going to bother with the endless stuff, because obviously we're not going to be playing endless mode. I think with this new DLC, I think endless mode is something that I would like to do, because it seems like a huge challenge for people to complete endless mode. Somebody messaged us and they said, endless mode, good luck seeing the end of it. But anybody who's watched my videos knows that I am really inept at this game, and I can move on the fly. So this might be a challenge that I've been waiting for and looking for quite a while. So yeah, let's and then obviously you've got all the general settings, all the stuff that would be normal, and it's all going to stay on expert mode. So let's start the game. We've all seen this. I believe it's the same.
Get to the main server, collect the data, and get out. No detours.
Copy that, Central.
Yeah, it is. So I'm going to skip this, but once we finish that 72-hour campaign, I believe it's got new cutscenes and stuff like that. So once we get past that point, that is when we will actually be watching stuff.
Even with the my name is Olivia Gladstone.
So yeah, 1, 2, 3,
I ran the
4,
Pan-Euro
5,
InfoSec
6,
agency
7,
back when sovereign governments was still in fashion.
Right, so yeah.
After the war, I founded Invisible Ink, a freelance intelligence.
If you watched my other videos, I did mention about Olivia and Derek. They could have added these to the actual main game, because
but he's got more skin in this game,
because these are just literally archive loadouts for Sentinel and Monster. This is them when they were back
He's able to put some
in
of
the agency.
Aside for the sake of business,
but let's just run through what they have. Obviously, they start with Anarchy level 2, Hacking level 2,
I don't blame them.
which
not many people
later on they start with Anarchy level 3 and Hacking level 3.
What? Derek puts on an air of self-interest.
I wish I could turn Sentinel off at the minute, because she is pissing me off. But
corporate power as an orphan back in Manchester, and he's never forgotten it. He's able to put some of those feelings aside for the sake of business.
Let us just run through the characters here. So, Olivia's augment means she gets power equal to the KO damage done in melee. So, if she KOs people, if she's got armor piercing, sorry, if she's got KO damage +1, it means she'll.
He tracked down the facility where they were holding me,
right,
and was able to remotely hijack the within.
She will start with KO damage level 2, so that means she'll knock people out for 2 turns. So every time she KOs somebody, it means that she's gaining an extra 2 power, which, you know, can actually work pretty well with some power builds. So stacking KO damage on her might be absolutely awesome. And I think if this augment is in the augment pool, it's going to work really well with Sharp because he can get massive KO damage. And then she's got Crybaby. I know what this does, but is it a one-time use? I'm not 100%. Do you need to pick it back up? Or thingy? It's pretty much just like Ping. It's an item that works the same as Ping. So you throw it onto the ground, and then you can activate it elsewhere. So you can move with that on the ground tactically and activate it to draw the attention of the guards. It gives you a lot of possibilities to get around the place, but if a guard sees it, are they going to shoot it? That's my opinion. And Derek has Particle Envelope, which this agent is... which I don't actually like this. This agent is teleported to the transport beacon when the transport beacon is active. So his transport beacon is, you throw it on the ground, and for the cost of 4 power, he can teleport to that area. So it could be good to throw it in the elevator, and then, or throw it near the elevator in a spot of cover, and then go and investigate the mission. Once you've finished, teleport to the transport beacon, which could be really useful. But the fact that you need this augment to use that item, I don't particularly like that, because if you're running with somebody else and you find the particle envelope, the transport beacon, and you don't have the particle envelope, then it's not going to be that good. And let's introduce you to the brand new characters who are absolutely awesome.
Colette was headstrong, aggressive, unpredictable,
right, so
arrogant, hard to work
Draco,
with, and absolutely worth the trouble. She was the master of the smash and grab.
User cannot buy skill upgrades, so you cannot upgrade this agent. Scanned KO guards generates a random bonus, so you will get a random skill upgrade, but that only lasts for the mission. Dead unit scanned will give permanent skill upgrades. Now, with the right loadout, Draco could become super overpowered super quickly. You know, if you stay till level 6, kill all the guards on that level with somebody like Shalem, you know, maybe the ability to get EMPs to take down the heart rate monitors, like Tony. But the problem with his gun is it only has 1 ammo, so that's not great. So if you find somebody like Shalem who has like 2 ammo, armor piercing level 2, you know, you could overpower Draco pretty quickly. You know, if you find a turret on the mission, you can use that to kill agents, scan the bodies, get skill upgrades. So it's pretty cool, but I think he works situationally. You know, you've got to build a team around Draco to make him work properly. But yeah, he's got a standard neural disruptor. It has got 3 turn cooldown, knock people out for 2 turns, and a plasma gun with 1 ammo. It's lethal damage, but it isn't armor piercing, which isn't great. And now Rush, I do really enjoy her mechanic. Sprinting gives an agent +1 KO damage and +1 armor piercing. That could be really good in certain situations. You know, it gives you the, well, it forces you to use your run, you know, and it's risk versus reward. If you use your run in the wrong situation, then you are going to be screwed. And another thing, she starts with a stim level 1. It's not the greatest, you know, it's got 9 turn cools down, but it could get you out of some really tricky situations. And obviously she's got standard neural disruptor. So that is the new characters. We are going to start with Olivia and Derek.
Puts on an air of self-interest, but he's got more skin in this game than he's willing to admit. He saw the nasty side of corporate power as an orphan back in Manchester,
and here we go.
He's never forgotten it.
These are the new
aside for the sake of business
programs.
But when the chips are really down,
we have Burst,
still be counted upon.
which you gain 3 power. The agent gets +3 AP. But then for the next 2 turns they get -3 AP. So it's like,
he tracked down the facility where they were holding,
overpower your agents for 1 turn,
hijack a nanofab within.
And then you're going to have to deal with 2 turns where you have no mobility, which I'm not sure that I like it. You know, if you've got a high mobility team, then it could actually work. And the new thing is Golem. Breaks 2 firewalls for 4 power. -1 power cost per turn, resets when used. I don't actually understand this. The thing that says resets when used. Break 2 firewalls. Right, so it costs... You can break 2 firewalls for 4 power, and then 2 firewalls for 3 power, then 2 firewalls for 2 power, I'm guessing. But then what's this resets when used? But one thing I can say, these two definitely don't work together. They don't combo up together at all. So yeah, what we've got here, we have the transport beacon and gets power with KO damage. We might go for burst. Mind you, we haven't used dynamo either. Generates 2 power per turn, disabled until alarm level 2, passive. So this means you're pretty much stuck until your power, until you hit alarm level 2. And what we've got here, mercenary, break 2 firewall for 2 power, cost, can reset, right, cost per use, plus 2 power cost per use. So it starts at 0 power, and then it's 2 power, and then it's, right, and then it resets at each alarm level. These are all new. Like, we unlocked them last time, didn't actually use them in our playthrough of the synergies because we wanted to use Seed and Parasite. But I think I'll go with Fusion. And I think we'll find out what Golem really does. This may actually break our run. Let's just make sure that it's actually going to... Fusion can generate awesome power. Break 2 firewalls for 4 power, -1 per cost / turn. Right, let's go for this, you know. And let's see how it goes. Hopefully we'll see some new items along this
Operator,
run.
are you there?
Because I am so
Good.
excited.
I was afraid you didn't make it out. Headquarters is gone.
Right, that's fine. We've heard all that. Oh, little drop in frame rate there, but it seems fine.
Executives are notoriously slack.
Let's go, go, go! Right, so here we go. I need to find out, I do need to sit down, look at the wiki and find out what kind of agents are going to be in what kind of missions. That is something that's hugely important because picking your missions comes from which corporations you're going to. Obviously, if you've got decent armor piercing, you want to be going to the K&O. If you are substandard, you want to be in the FTM. If you've got great hacking ability, you want to be either in the Plaztech or the Sankaku because they have the highest reward pattern, really.
Bad news, operator.
Right, so let's have a look here. He has an extra hacking. I do like the import rates of the characters, like his little grander cap there. Let's just pick up this power for now. The game is stuttering, like. I may have to fix this. We'll have a little peek through. All seems safe up here. Have a further peek, right. This could be good. Just shut this door for now. We'll leave Derek in here. And then we'll head Olivia over to this doorway. Means she can get back into cover either side once we find out what's in here. Nanofab. And a safe, right, so it could be decent. We'll actually bring her in here. Derek will go and check out that. Go and check out that way. Let's just shut this. And let's find out what Golem actually does. We need to pop fusion. So that's 3 power to break 2 firewalls. Let's use it on the corporate safe. So now it's 4 power. I thought it was meant to be -1 power cost. Right. Resets when used. So it's 3 power. When you use it, it goes up to 4 power. That's not great. Or is it if you don't use it, it drops in power? That would actually be pretty good. But it would mean that you wouldn't want to be using it all the time until it was free. Right, I get it, I get it. Now I understand what Golem actually does. What it does is every turn it drops 1 power. And then when you use it, it goes back up to 4 power. And then the next turn it drops down to 3. Next turn drops down to 2. Next turn drops down to 1. The description doesn't actually really say that clearly. But yeah, that's pretty much how it works. So let's end the turn there. And we'll see what's happening. Right, so we've got somebody in that room, which Derek is going to check out. Well, we know how the game plays, Invisible Ink. You know, thank you for your help, but we got this, you know. Right, so let's have a little peek through here. There is definitely somebody in this room. So maybe opening the door is not the best idea because he doesn't have armor pierce, blah blah blah. He doesn't have a neural disruptor. Oh, that changes things up. Let's just grab this safe. Stim level 1, that's awesome. We'll head up here. We'll have a little peek. Right, cool. Let's open the door, have a further peek. What's this? Console database, not going to be useful. We know nobody advances into this room, so we're safe to stay here. Pretty sure that nobody advances into this room either. So right, next turn it'll be 2. We can take that down, that'll be cheap enough. So let's end the turn there. Right, so the guard's actually in this room. And he's in this room as well. So let's just shut this door, just make sure that there's no sight lines. Let's have a little look through here. Right, so that's fine. This is a dead end, which is good. Now that's 2 power. We need to use fusion next turn, so if we hack down this, that's fine. This is going to be really, really power management in this situation. So then we'll gain the 3 power, and then we can pop it for 5 power. Right, yeah, that should be fine. Let's take down this safe and a charge pack as well. What is with all the items? Don't get us wrong, I'm not complaining. Well, I am a little, but because I believe if you get an item, it takes away the money from the safe. But then again, we can sell it for more than the safe would be worth. So maybe getting that nanofab hacked down, selling that charge pack might be a good idea. I do want to keep a hold of the stim, for sure. It would be awesome if Golem had an area of effect. Let's just get full vision on this room. Let's shut the door. We'll end the turn. Next turn, pop fusion. Right, so Derek's pretty much stuck where he is. We'll bring Olivia out here. Shut the door. 3 power on that. Let's use fusion and... Sorry about that. I would like to take down this nanofab so we can use it now. 3 power. Yeah, we're going to have enough. Like I say, we know nobody enters into this room, which is fine. We want to get rid of this encumbered. So we want to sell that charge pack ASAP, really. And we're kind of going to have to wait there. But it looks like nobody else enters this room, which is always a good thing. Right, that's going to be 4 power. We can hack that down a little bit later. We've got a console here that we're going to pick up. Hide here. He does not have anti level 2. Okay, so we can't steal from this guard. We need to bring Olivia up this way if we want to steal from him. So let's just end the turn for now. We'll deal with getting around this guard next turn. Right, so we've got a camera in here that's going to activate, which isn't a problem because we don't have the... It's just not... We don't have to go in there ever again. Let's see what we've got in here. Right, we don't have a cloak. There's no point thinking about that. Let's sell the charge pack. I don't like portable servers, so there's no point keeping a hold of them. Like, there's no point buying them. Let's just close it up and head down to here so we can peek through the door. Right, wait till next turn, then we can take that camera out and see what's in here. Looks like a turret or another camera. Right, let's head through here. We'll shut the door. We'll take the console. Here's probably the safest area, but here's going to probably reap the best benefits. So if we head up here... Ooh, that's not good. 3 power to take that down. It's not worth it right now. That camera's going to activate next turn. Which in theory is going to cost a decent amount of power. This guard's going to head straight past. We can get into cover here from the camera and the guard. So yeah, it looks like everything's going to go well with him. So let's end the turn there. Right, we have a guard in that room. Obviously looks like 2 cameras in that room as well.
Additional cameras activated. Surveillance level increased.
2 power for 2 firewalls. That's just 1 firewall. We need to get to a server farm quick because the power generation's fine, but the hacking ability is not at the minute. I would rather take that camera right now. And then we want to come over, pick this power up here. And then just get hidden. We'll wait until that drops down to 3 power to use. One, two, three, four, 5. We would be heard if we ran from here. But we'll definitely need to take that camera down. So right now, let's just end the turn. We'll wait for this camera to thingy, and it'll allow it to see what's in this room, which is probably another camera, so it might be beneficial to start heading back. Rendezvous, steal from this guard, because it's going to be a while before we can actually get into this room. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best benefit for her. Let's end the turn there. Yep, see, there we go. We've got another camera in here. We need to take this down for the 3 power, but we need to pop fusion first. We'll bring Derek down here, have him peek through, open the door, have a further look. Right, so this room's safe. And we would have heard if anybody came through anyways, but what I want to do is pop here, shut the door, and then hide behind this cover, like, just to be certain. Right, so we are fine to run now. And I actually want to get her up to here, but what we're going to do is we're going to shut the doors as we come through. And then if we bring Olivia here, as the guard comes past, we can steal from him. Either hide here, hide up here. Oh, how I miss Parasite. We could be taking down one of these every turn. So let's just end the turn there. But I kind of want Olivia to steal from this guard, get that safe, and then start heading back down here. We are gaining 3 power per turn, so it's not like Golem's going to screw over massively. How long we've got on fusion? Another 3 turns. I think it might be wise to take this down next turn. Next turn. We can't get it this turn, so we'll take it down next turn. Let's end the turn. Steal your manners. Then get into this cover here, ready to take the safe. We'll hijack this for the power. Take down the safe for 3 power. Fusion was a great program to pick with Golem though. You know, oh, fuck me. What's with all of these friggin... Do you have an inventory slot? Yes, you do. But we need this stuff, like, you know, Cloak and Rig level 1 and Stim level 1. These are great for... And it only costs 1 speed upgrade. Let's have a little peek.
You found the executive terminal. Hack it and we can get out of here.
Let's just shut the door. We know that this room's safe. We don't know that this room's safe, because our cone of sound would not reach all the way to this doorway. But Olivia, I want you to start heading down here. It might be worth using the... Well, we may as well wait until we get down there. And I think what's going to be beneficial is drop the stem or the cloaking rig down here, so that we're going to have better movement. Because whatever happens, if the elevator's this way, Olivia's going to have to come back past this point. If the elevator's this way, Derek's going to have to come back past this point. So whoever does come past it can pick it up, you know. And it allows it to be unencumbered for a little bit. But it looks like this mission's going to run for quite a little bit longer. So I'm actually going to end the episode off here. But yeah, drop a comment in the comment section to say how you are enjoying the new DLC. If you're liking it, any faults that you can find with it, you know. To me, it looks absolutely awesome. I am really enjoying the fact that I'm going to be able to get a lot more. It makes the game more exciting for us again, you know. I got to a point where all the items were, you know, yeah, seen this, done that. All the agents were, right, we've played with all these. This sounds disgusting. But yeah, now it's invigorated this game with a new lease of life, which to me is absolutely awesome. So yeah, please do drop a like or a comment. If you did enjoy the episode, stay hidden, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.